Hello everyone, hope you're doing well and welcome back to my gameplay. If you've been following my game so far, you know that I'm trying to grow slowly but strong. So let's have a look at the stats. My mansion is level 13 and now I'm starting to upgrade most of my other buildings to the same level before I upgrade my mansion. I know that by upgrading your mansion before you upgrade every building has its advantages, but I thought I'll try to grow the rest of the buildings at the same rate. This way, growing up the mansion and everything else works up better, because then you have a lot more resources, because your resource buildings are upgraded at the same time, so you've got a lot more to play with. So that's my reason, and if you have other reasons why I should actually stop that and keep upgrading my mansion because of the advantages, use the comment section below to let me know. I'm more than happy to read them. Looking at the stats, let's have a look at my Underboss as well. My Underboss is level 42 now, and I'm using all the weapons for investment, level 40. So my arms set is investment 1. If we go into our workshop and have a look at the set, I'm using the investor set because the level required is level 40, and that's what I'm using. And let's have a quick look. So these are the things that I have, which improves the investment, because investment are the ones that take really long to process. If we look at the investment center, you can see things take really long time. So that's why now I'm aiming my power or my energy into investment rather than construction, because construction can take time and speed ups help as well. But once you start going up in the investment, some of the things at higher levels take like 6 months without any speed ups. Obviously speed ups help out, but and playing for free, of course that makes it a bit harder as well. So that's my tactics. At least by growing most of my, actually all of my other buildings, especially resources, at the same rate as my mansion, helps out with that. So I don't have to spend time attacking tiles and trying to rob resources. And my influence is 1.8 million, just over, so it's getting close to 2 million influence, and that actually starts accelerating faster as more things are built than before. And the VIP 8 is where I am. Anything? Oh, well, there we go. I could just use some of this in the meantime. And the next thing, let's have a look at the specialities, which I haven't talked in my last couple of videos. As you can see, my cash production is at max, and my construction and investment are at max. Same with the diamond production. And I've done the training one as well at max. So this gives me a little bit more extra sort of support in building up my associates. And I'll keep working on this on the right hand side of the specialities and building them up first. And once I've got to a certain level, then I will reset my specialities and then work on this side of the specialities, building up my army, because after that I'm not going to need too much of a production support from the specialities for my underboss. That's the plan anyway. If you have a different plan that works for you, again, as I always say, use the comment section below to let me know. More than happy to read and find out and learn even more from you guys, and we can share that information as well. And finally, let me expose all of my enforcers. That's the level my enforcers are, and that's all the ones that I have. Some of them come automatically, so I don't have to work for them. Like Booba comes automatically, Big Shot, Anonymous, and Onyo, and CJ, and Tony. They all come as you do the campaign. And I'll get back to them very shortly. And how my babes going? Hello, lovely. I'm not going to play. I'm just going to give one try to blackjack to see if I'm going to be lucky. Am I going to be lucky? Oh no, she says no. She's too shy. Come on. Ah, blackjack. Love you, baby. Love you. One more time. And I'll come back to this later on. One more hit. I'm going to stand on this one. Ah, bad luck. Anyway, I'll get back to you, darling, later on, as I've got people waiting and watching this game. And let me see what else we got to do. One thing actually I wanted to mention, because I did not know about this when I first started over 12 months ago. Now, as you know, I do have another account that I play, which is pretty much 25 level mansion and most of the buildings as well. And I didn't know that you could actually create a new character. And if you don't know, here's how to do it. You click on your Underboss and you go into the settings, and then you got manage characters, and you can click here. And as you can see, TGM Gamer is one of my current login, and this is my other login. And that's how you can actually switch between characters using the same account. Of course, you cannot have the same a new character in the same city for obvious reasons, because otherwise you create multiple characters. They all help each other, and so on in a faction. But you can create them in multiple cities, and you just click on create a new character and manage characters. You can delete them, but once they reach level 15 of mansion, you cannot delete them. So just remember that. Otherwise they be a character there hanging around and you cannot delete them. And I think you cannot even delete them if that character is part of a faction. So you gotta log in, delete yourself or remove yourself from the faction, and then you can delete the character. So let's log into my account and see what's been happening, because I think I got attacked yesterday as I was using this account or this character, the TGM Gamer character. But I survived, I guess. I live. So as you can see, thank you. As you can see, my mansion is 25 and most of my other buildings are 25 as well. But I won't go into that. All I can tell you that yes, I got attacked, and it's been horrible. Anyway, my underboss is present. Anyway, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what. It's the same guy that keeps attacking me and finds me the right time when I'm not sort of in the safe house and not in the bubble. But I'll take care of that later. So let's just switch back to our topic of this video. Okay, we are back, and let's see, one other thing I want to talk about is the storyline from Scavenger Hunt, and that's this shortcut here. Scavenger Hunt, I really like it because it puts some interest to the characters. You get to know the characters, and you get to sort of the storyline whenever you see this video point, and you click on that and you go and you read the storyline. I tend not to skip it because you can't skip it at the top right. I like to read it and find out, and just puts a little bit more interest into the game, especially when you're just starting as well. You get to learn about the characters and see what's happening. You know, it's all about the story, how dad is shot by that woman, and why that woman shot, and all the mafia stuff. It's really interesting. I highly encourage you to sort of read and just learn a little bit more about it. And yeah, anyway, I thought I'll mention that to you as well. And And I would have, I'm just reading that through. Yeah, let's go and find out. And then you actually go there and follow up the storyline. And the storyline, after 3 or 4 sort of events, it sort of stops, and then the event comes back, the storyline comes back again, and then you get to sort of, have some interesting stuff. Okay, let's do some zombie hunting. This guy looks... Anyway, I'm just going to attack. Only 38 kills. So he's got some army. I wonder what we can do. Let's just quick select. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to select a couple thousand there just to be safe. I've got plenty army. 6,000 is probably more than enough. What happens while I'm not under the bubble? Because once I go under the bubble, you can't attack them. So while I have that protection disabled, what do we have here? And yeah, I attacked last time. 13,000 diamonds, which is good. Nothing else. Okay. And lastly, with that, I want to talk about the battle stats and what associate you should actually use for attacking, what associate you should actually use for defending. By default, you only get the bruiser square, and that's sort of a formation. And later on, as you progress and your investment building is higher and you invest in multiple formations, the bruiser square is what you have. So for that, for protection, you really need to find out how that works. Okay, to learn and understand a little bit more about how the dynamics between different associates work, I'm just going to go to the training center, and I'm just going to click on just that icon, and that will bring up some information there. Strengths and weaknesses of each associate. So bruises counter hitmen. Let me draw that. The hitmen. And hitmen counters bikes. Bikes counter bruisers. And all 3 of them counter your mortars, and mortars counter the wall. So you need mortars or cars to lock down, to get rid of walls. And once the wall is down, then at the current stage, because you don't have any formation option yet, not until you get to higher level, the bruiser is going to be attacking your army. And that means you're going to need motorbikes or the bikes to counter the bruisers that are going to attack you. So if you want protection, build more of these, and where are we? And these later on, and of course even T4s. So you're going to need more of them to be in a defensive position. And at the same time, when you are attacking, especially lower level, I think probably below 15 or 16 mansion level, the best way is probably to attack with hitmen, because hitmen can counter bikes if they are protecting by bikes. And at the same time, you need bruisers as well. So a little bit of mortars to get rid of the wall, and once the wall is down, then your hitmen will counter their bikes, which are there for protecting if they are using the same tactic. And at the same time, you need bruisers for their hitmen as well. So that's how that works. So if you don't have any bruisers attacking, then their bikes are not, they're very weak against everything else. So use hitmen to attack, and then you're good to go. If they have lots of bruises, obviously, that means your hitmen are damaged as well. So that's the sort of the tactic. It is like a scissors, rock, paper situation. How do you decide? Well, you decide that when you recon the turf that you're trying to attack, and find out what they have, whether they have bruises, hitmen, or bikies, and then you can send the correct army to counter that, and then win the war with minimal damage. I hope that makes sense. If it not, then let me know in the comment section, and I'll try to explain that further as well. Anyway, that's it for today's video. Hope it was informative and helpful. And if it was, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.